So let's have a look at some YouTube case studies. This was from Ted Baker, and the campaign was called Mission Impeccable. And what they did was they created a series of YouTube videos that were spy themed, featuring their clothing and products. So what was the reaction to this series? They generated over 10 million plus views on YouTube with the series. Think about that for a moment. 10 million plus views over the whole of the series. That is some incredible reach. And what they did here was really, really interesting. When you look at who they perceive their Bob to be, they appeal to the James Bond 60s spy iconography. They appeal to a known emotional value amongst men that James Bond promotes. The spy, the confident man, the man who can overcome anything, the man who's successful in everything. And they use that and tied their clothing style to that to create awareness of their product, their offerings, and their particular style. And it was incredibly, incredibly successful. Now, again, we might not have the huge budgets they had to create these videos, but there's other ways we can do things that are quite similar. And guerrilla video production has never been easier. So if you can think of a way to take your product and create a connection with your target audience based on some very strong values, there is a chance that that will go viral and generate that interest in your company. So if you get a chance, go and have a look at the Mission Impeccable videos and see how they did this. It was very well done, very, very cleverly done. Now, this was a very, very interesting technique by Gillette. They created over 600 videos teaching shavers how to shave different beard styles and shaving care. And they did that targeting specific keywords in search. And they've created this massive content. They've had 24 million views and 90,000 plus subscribers. Their particular how to shave video, if you search for shaving tips, is #1 in video search and is likely to appear on the front page. That has 2.8 million plus views. And this comes back to that principle that tutorials that link your product to common problems create very high interest and great organic traffic. So what they've done here is they've looked at YouTube and says what works on YouTube, and what really works on YouTube are how-to videos. They're probably the most popular genre of video on YouTube. And they've not tried to reinvent the wheel. They've just said, well, let's just use that. Let's create some simple how-to videos. And they don't have to be super expensive. They don't have to be filmed on a huge budget. Anyone can pretty much create a how-to video. Make sure you check out the video production and editing section in the course if you're interested in that type of content. But what that can do is bring huge, huge, huge amounts of organic traffic. And if you watch the shaving tips video, what you're going to see is quite a young man. So who needs to learn how to shave? It's young men. And they've targeted that demographic. And of course, they can then introduce them to their brand and associate their brand with correct shaving techniques, skincare, and all the rest of the issues and problems that that particular person is trying to solve through creating these how-to or instructional videos. Very powerful, very clever. Now, here's a case study of Cupcake Gemma. This is a channel on YouTube, and they create videos around cupcakes, and they promote their London-based store, and they also sell a cookery book. They have 1 million plus subscribers, and each video they release averages 100,000 plus views. And again, they've created this really strong instructional channel, and they're able to leverage local sales, which is really interesting, and also international book sales. So sometimes it's very difficult to see as a local business how we might leverage a strong YouTube channel. But because they've supplemented it with book sales and a recipe book, which they promote, they can not only reach their local user base and create a strong presence and awareness of their presence locally and internationally, they're also going to get the benefits of those personalized search results. And their shop is going to benefit hugely from this type of interaction and traffic. And they've also been really, really clever to create that international product as well. And I wanted to show you this one in particular because we can look at all these big business brand cases. You have to remember, this is basically a bakery that has grown this and created this really strong presence online. This is a local business that has an absolutely massive presence online. And they wouldn't have started with Pepsi's budget or Apple's budget. They would have had to finance this from the proceeds of running a normal local-based business. So it just goes to show that if you're willing to put the time and effort in and commit to a marketing strategy, like building a YouTube channel, there can be absolutely massive benefits to your business.